Hi, and welcome to today's update on this channel. So, as you may or may not know, this YouTube channel is an experiment that I started more than 2 months ago on October 27th with my first uploaded video on this channel. And back then I said it's an experiment, let's see what happens. So as we are closing the year 2025, I thought I'll provide a bit of a status update on this YouTube channel and what I learned and what I plan to do next. Now, let's take a look at some numbers first. But before we do that, a big thank you to every one of you, to everyone who is watching any of these videos, to the 62 subscribers that chose to subscribe to this channel. And I think the beauty of 62 subscribers, even though it's a very, very small number by YouTube standards, is it's below Dunbar's number. Dunbar's number, which is 150, is the maximum number of people, more or less, that humans can have a real connection with. So with 62 subscribers, it actually is possible to get to know every one of you. I actually know some of you, and if I don't know you, feel free to go to my blog and click on my office hours, and then you can book office hours with me, and feel free to introduce yourself so that we can get to know each other. Some of the videos had more than 500 views already, which is great. Again, by YouTube standards, it's tiny, but just knowing that some of my videos have been seen by potentially hundreds of people is enough for me to be very motivated to do more videos. Now, so far I've uploaded 9 videos. Let's take a look at some statistics here. So the top video with the most views per day is actually the last one, 3 AI tricks I use every day. And it got 556 views as of right now. I don't know how much is this indicative of whether I hit the right topic or not. I think I don't have enough data to really see which topics are better than others. At this point, it could all be pretty random. You never know how the YouTube algorithm works. Number 2 would be the perplexity in your terminal video, which is also very popular. It got 546 views. And number 3 is my daily AI news briefing, which is now 100% automated. It got 70 views. Again, not big numbers, but I'm pretty happy for every single view of my videos. All of these 3 videos have in common that they have something to do with AI on the command line. I'm not sure whether this is going to be the niche I want to focus on, but it's certainly something that I feel is very useful to me and hopefully to you too. Looking at the likes, I see a similar picture. So the perplexity video got 25 likes, which is the video with the most likes. Number 2 is actually the starting my own channel video. I don't think this counts because it's a lot of encouraging likes by people who I know, and without any real content, it's probably not the most representative one. So number 2 would be the video about inviting your personal heroes into AI chat, which got quite a lot of resonance, at least in terms of comments on LinkedIn and on other social platforms. And I still think this is a great way to enrich your AI conversations. And then number 3 would be the video about generating AI images without prompting, which is another experiment in computer-generated or in AI-generated art. So the main reason I started this channel as an experiment is to see if I can share some useful stuff with people using YouTube as a medium. But the number 2 reason is to learn something new. So here's what I learned so far in these 2 short months of running a YouTube channel. Number 1, you never know which videos are going to be popular and which ones not. And actually the video that I spent the most energy and effort and work into is the video about presentation tips, which only got 5 views. So maybe YouTube hates this video, or maybe maybe there are too many presentation tips on YouTube. I don't know. If you want, check it out. I still think it's a good video. It's maybe a bit long, and maybe it's a signal to me that I should do shorter videos, even though that video is like 12 minutes or something. But again, number two thing that I learned is managing the whole workflow of producing content for YouTube. So my workflow starts with an idea. Then I may write down some notes as a script. I'm not really good at rote learning. I'm not really good at learning my script or reading it. So what I do is I write down some notes and then I loosely follow those notes. Then the actual video shooting with all of the other stuff like lighting, equipment, and all the other things here. Then after shooting comes editing the video, which is actually something I have a lot of fun with. I really love going to iMovie and editing and moving stuff around and coming up with extras that I can put into my video. After editing the video, I generate subtitles. I use Whisper on my Mac to generate the subtitles out of the video. YouTube loves subtitles, and I can use them as a bit of a transcript of my video. Then I create a thumbnail, which is another of those dark arts in the YouTube world, where some people think that everything is about having the right thumbnail, and others think, well, maybe not. Anyway, I create those thumbnails, try to make them interesting so that people actually click on my videos. Also description, and I use Claude to help me with the descriptions, and staying true to my own good practices, I invite a virtual version of Ali Abdal into my Claude chat to help me craft those descriptions, and then I publish. I managed to get this all down to less than 8 hours, which means either I do everything in a single day, or I do these split over 2 days, one day typically shooting and starting to do the rough editing, and then the second day doing the rest. So I think I can streamline this enough to not overburden myself and to support a weekly video cadence. And the third thing I learned was the editing and all of the post-production stuff, which is another science of its own. I'm very much low-tech here. I'm just using plain iMovie, maybe with some slides or extra animation stuff using Keynote, and that's it. That's all I use to edit the videos, and it's still powerful enough to do the occasional split screen or picture-in-picture or occasional effect. The whole editing stuff is fun. It's actually a part of the fun for me. I learned a lot from Michael Kinney's channel Mac Video Magic. So if you haven't already, check out his channel. I think he does great videos on how to get the best out of iMovie and Keynote and all of those standard tools that come with your Mac in terms of creating nice videos. So I think I have enough ideas from there that I can still use to improve my videos before I move on to a more powerful tool. So that's what I learned. Let's think about 2026. I'm still experimenting with different formats and different content ideas. Please send me your feedback. I'm grateful for any idea that you send my way. Again, you either use my contact form on my blog or write a comment below this very video here, or use any other channel to reach out to me and suggest ideas for what I should be doing videos on. I will continue creating videos on stuff that I think are useful because they're useful to me. They must be useful to somebody else. The other thing is, I think it's all about repetitions. It's like working out, right? You're not going to get stronger if you lift weights once. You only get stronger if you lift weights on a weekly or a daily basis. So I'm going to continue creating videos on a weekly basis. Over time, I hope this will become more and more successful, but also I'll create better and better videos over time. And finally, I'll continue focusing on creating videos that deliver value to you, which means videos about stuff that is useful for your day-to-day job, that are insightful, maybe interesting or entertaining, and generally stuff that I tend to bring up with mentees. I think I'll do more of those videos too. So with that, Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, for commenting, for liking, for everything else. And see you next time in 2026.